Hello and welcome to another episode of UpGrade with Maria Kay, the podcast where your success, freedom and happiness get a weekly boost. And how are you doing today? Another week has gone by, and if you're just joining us for the very first time, a warm welcome to you. In case you don't already know, I am passionate about helping people convert their dreams into reality because I believe our dreams are real. They are merely indications of what is possible. But unless we take action to convert them into a reality that we can wake up to every day, they remain simply good ideas. I know that it's absolutely possible for you to wake up every day with such eagerness to get stuck into life. I've done it for myself, and I do it for all my clients and students all over the world. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Today's topic is real juicy, but before we get stuck into the topic, I'm going to invite you to become really present. Turn off the phone, close down the emails, shut the door, and allow yourself this next 30 or so minutes to really engage. You've made it this far. You've pressed play on the audio. So why not give your 100% attention and fully utilize this time to really tend to your life upgrade? The fact that you're here indicates to me that you have come to realize perhaps there's something more to this thing that we call life, that there's room for more. Perhaps you're experiencing things in your life that you know you wouldn't want to buy into forever. Perhaps you're going through some transitions. Perhaps you've realized that you want to experience a heightened level of quality of life. Perhaps you're right now experiencing rock bottom. Believe me, I've been there and I feel you. Wherever it is you find yourself in life, just trust that you are in the right place. If you haven't already done so, please do go over to our Facebook group, UpGrade with Maria Kay. You're able to share what's going on for you. You're able to ask questions, receive my guidance and advice and support, because you know what? I feel you, I see you, and I honor your journey. Whatever it is you want to share with us in that group, please, you are absolutely welcome to. It's one of my most favorite things to hear from you and connect with you. And also, if you have any friends or family that you feel could really benefit with this podcast in their life, then please do share the love. I am on a mission to empower as many of you as I possibly can in my lifetime to power up their life and upgrade whatever it is they've got now to a heightened, outstanding level. Because you know what? Mediocre is so outdated. We do not have to settle for second best. So take that on board. And with that being said, let's move into today's topic. So I'm going to begin with a question. Question for you. Have you ever said the words, "It wasn't meant to be"? I know I have. And I want to bring a different angle of those words today, a different idea around the words that we probably resort to or revert to when things don't go as we would have liked them to go. Another question. Have you ever said, "Everything happens for a reason"? I know I have. And on some level, both of those phrases or questions, "everything happens for a reason," "it wasn't meant to be," they do have some truth to them. And they are applicable, they are slottable into certain areas of our life. But today I want to invite us all to see these phrases from a different angle. Perhaps it was meant to be. And perhaps the reason that we believed things happened for weren't the accurate reason. Perhaps we were wrong. Having been on a personal and spiritual growth journey myself for uncountable years, I have started to deeper comprehend how easy it is to fall back on and hide behind those phrases, "it wasn't meant to be," or "everything happens for a reason," and kind of turn them upside down. And instead of hiding behind the conventional meaning of those phrases, reinvent them to enable and support me and my clients and students in moving forward, or upwards, as I say in my UpGrade, to where we desire to be, vision to be, and downright want to be. You see, "it wasn't meant to be," that phrase brings with it an air of quitting, scapegoating, the easy route or the easy option, the easy way out. And I'll be the first to tell you, and I'm sure I won't be the last, that when you commit to transforming your life, it ain't ever easy. It really isn't. It can be joyful, it can be fulfilling, it can be expansive, it can be compelling and exciting and eager. It can be truthful and loving. It can be revealing and transformational. But chances are it's not very often going to be easy. Easy in the way that we expect easy to be. "It wasn't meant to be" rings with an energy of, at the first sign of difficulty, we reach for that saying, and that provides us with the exit route, the opportunity to throw in yet another excuse. Wow. And you know what? Our ego is always on the lookout for an excuse to quit. Because without wanting to go too deeply into what the ego is or isn't, the ego is desperate to keep us stuck and in the same space. So if the ego had a voice, it would say something like this: "Well, you said you wanted to achieve this over here, right? But even though you want it so badly or so deeply, this keeps happening, or this has happened, this block, this obstacle, this difficulty. So surely it's not meant to be." Now, I say that's a load of rubbish. That's a load of weak, feeble excuses. How does that make you feel? Now, let me just be really clear. We're not here to feel crappy about any decisions we've made in the past. We're not here to go down that regret hole or start to beat ourselves up. We're here to shine a light on the way we do life. We're here to invite ourselves, and I'm here to invite you, to begin to do life differently from this day forward. So please don't use this as an opportunity to downward spiral and go into a negative headspace. No, no, no. We are here to be empowered. We are here to take control and become our own gurus and our own cheerleaders and our own UpGrade experts. We're not here to play the victim. So none of that, please. Take what you can today and use it to uplift, empower, and boost your upgrade journey. Are we agreed? Good. That being said, we sometimes have to hear the truth. Now, I might not be speaking your truth right now, but I do encourage you to spend some time, if you're not already, in stillness, in silence, creating a space where you can begin to honestly communicate with your inner world, with your inner being. Now, at this point, I'll recommend that you jump back into the podcast archives, if you haven't already done so, to listen to the podcast that takes you through a step-by-step strategy on how to develop more self-awareness. And also, in a separate podcast, how to begin to really trust your intuition and trust yourself. Because when we do develop a great and open, two-way communicative relationship with our inner being, we are far more likely to be able to detect when it really isn't meant to be, and when it's not meant to be, it's coming up as an excuse to take the easy route. And that, my friends, is the difference. Right? There will be times when it's not meant to be and everything really does happen for a reason. And that reason is to call it a day and move on in whatever area you're talking about. It may be a diet that you've started. I never recommend diets anyway, so really call it a day. But perhaps it's a diet, perhaps it's a new health regime, perhaps you're looking to move to a specific area of the world or a new area in your city, and you're seeking to buy a home or change homes, and things really aren't moving in the right direction. Perhaps it really isn't meant to be for you then, in that case. But once you are able to tune inside, right? A little bit like the old-fashioned radios where you turn the dial and you tune into the right frequency, right? When you're tuned into the frequency of your inner being, which can also be labeled as the divine, the universe, God, a co-creative relationship between the two, or you can simply call it the truth of who you are. When you're able to tune in and be really aligned with that truth, as things come up, as you start to move further forward, your decisions will be more accurate, your intuition will be more accurate, and you will move forward and it will be easier. That does not to mean to say that it's easy, but it will be easier because you'll be flowing forward in a more truthful, succinct way. So what if it is meant to be? What if we desire what we desire because our desires are shifting us forward towards our enhanced, upgraded life? What if it's meant to be, so much so that the obstacle or the block or the struggle or the problem has come about to invite you to become the person you need to be in order to get to where you are desiring to go? For example, if you are desiring to be the author of a book or a series of books, or become an author, and you're just not finding the time to sit and write, then the opportunity has arisen for you to reassess your schedule, life, the choices that you make. How eager, how strongly connected are you to your desire? How much notice are you taking? Because, my friends, our desires and our visions and our wants and our needs and our passions and our interests, they are all previews to what is possible. When we ignore those signs or messages and we focus purely on what is going wrong or what isn't possible, we are saying no to life, because life shows up for you, not to you. So one of the messages in that scenario could be prioritize, shift your diary around, say no to some things, perhaps even quit your job so that you can create unlimited time in your day and night to write. And the question that attaches to all of this is, am I showing up in alignment with my vision, my dream, my desire? Am I showing up in all seriousness? Because you know what? Everybody has dreams. Literally, everybody has dreams. And the difference between people who realize their dreams and people who die with their dream as still being their dream is that the person who realized their dream took radical action and was willing to do whatever it took. And although it's not meant to be, may have come into their life now and again, it wasn't their lifelong mantra. The lifelong mantra, and it's also my lifelong mantra, of successful people tends to be keep going. So how would it be if we replaced the it's not meant to be's and everything happens for a reason with keep going? Close your eyes for a second and repeat after me. Keep going. Keep going. And you know what? You might even want to put your first name in front. Maria, keep going. Maria, keep going. Or whatever your name is, keep going. Feel how that vibrates totally differently in your body compared to it's not meant to be. Everything happens for a reason. So what if we shifted it's not meant to be and everything happens for a reason into keep going, and what is the reason? Asking that deep, powerful question, what is the reason? And very often we will find, in fact, nearly always, I find, and you will find, that those reasons are not a reason to quit. They are a reason to know yourself deeper. They are a reason to shed the parts of us that really do not help us and assist us in moving forward and upgrading. They are the reasons to stop making excuses and basically grow into the expanded, enlightened, heightened version of ourselves. Because it's not meant to be, or everything happens for a reason, and leaving it there without doing that self-exploration reeks of quitting. And upgraded, successful, happy, free people don't quit. Successful, free, happy, upgraded people seek solutions, seek answers, seek guidance. And all of those things come from within you. Within you. So you've got to be willing to go inside. You've got to be willing to delve, explore. You've got to be willing to feel uneasy. You've got to be willing to walk through the fire, dance through the struggle, dance through the rain even. a willingness to hold your head and body up high and use this mantra. Keep going. And you may not always figure out why or how or the next 20 steps that you need to take, but you will always be given the next step to take. And you know what? That is all you need. Because in order to keep going, we need to be able to see the next step. That is it. Nothing more is needed. So it's not meant to be. Everything happens for a reason. Let's turn them completely upside down. I'm not suggesting we eradicate them completely from our lives, but let's allow them to be upgraded and transformed to align with who we desire to be. Who are you today? Because I sure know for sure, for absolute certain, that you are not the same person you were last week, last month, last year. Are you willing to become the person who uses the mantra, keep going? Are you? This time last year, I went through yet another complete overhaul and transformation in my life. It took 6 weeks from day one, when the decision was made, to week 6, when I found my feet in the sand on the beaches of Goa. I relocated to the other side of the world, to a place that I had never been to before, but my heart was calling me towards. Now, this story has 2 parts to it. The first part, I'm going to start back to front, but that's all good. So the first part was that transition easy? No. Did I face obstacles and struggles and problems and blocks? Oh my goodness, yes, uncountable. Did I call on the phrase, perhaps it's not meant to be? Goodness, yes. Did I allow it to be my truth, my final truth? No, no, no. Did I place the mantra, Maria, keep going, at the forefront of my journey? 100%. So as you know, the transformation was successful. The desire and the vision and the manifestation, the creation was complete. But along the way, the struggles and the obstacles and the problems, the visa perhaps not being granted or being threatened to not be granted, the issues with the children's school, the obstacles with finding proper care for our family pets. They were all there. At any one of those points, plus many, many more, could I have said, oh, it's not meant to be. Never mind, scrap that. Now, the first part to that story was that prior to day 1 of that 6-week period, I was being drawn to another country, completely opposite end of the world. And I went through the same procedure, the same exploration, the same putting my energy into the possible relocation. And it turned out that that really wasn't meant to be. Now, without a good communicative connection with my inner being and a co-creative capacity with all that is, the universe, God, again, please use whatever words you prefer, I could have easily used that excuse. It's not meant to be. Everything happens for a reason. All right, scrap that. Let's stay where we are. But I didn't. I continued on the journey. I continued to explore, and I continued to believe that my desires were leading me in the right direction. Maria, keep going, was my mantra. It still is. And it transported me forwards into the life that was waiting for me. Because your desires, your dreams, they are there. They are ready and waiting for you. If you can imagine somebody beckoning you forward, that's what your dreams and desires and ideas and inspirations are. So please don't ever use the mantra, it's not meant to be, and just quit. If you are going to use the mantra, it's not meant to be, and everything happens for a reason, then be willing to explore, delve, and go even deeper to rise even higher. It's not meant to be speaks of mistrust within you. It speaks of doubt within you. It indicates a weakness, a weak link between what the truth really is and your belief around it. So you may not be clear on what your desires or what your future could unfold as. You may have maybe stifled or blocked your dreams for many, many years. That's very, very common. And if you're not entirely sure, then there's also a podcast to get really clear on how to manifest clarity. Once you're clear, then your journey can skyrocket. But if you are clear right now, then hold that vision for a second. Close your eyes. Hold the vision of what it is you know you desire. Now I'm inviting you to fully believe it. Get on board with where life is trying to take you. Become your biggest believer, your biggest fan, the biggest advocate of where life is leading you to. Bridge the gap between your disbelief and your belief. Do whatever it takes to keep going. And your mantra, please, 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 may it be, keep going. I believe in you. I know that anything you desire is possible. Why is it possible? Because you dreamed it. You saw it in your mind's eye. You thought it. You desired it. And because of all of those things, it's 1000% possible. So today, make a decision to trust your desires and make it your mission to transform your it's not meant to be's and everything happens for a reason to keep going. And how can I make it be? How can this be? I am rooting for you more than you will ever, ever know. Drop me a line in the Facebook group. Let me know how it's going for you. And until next time,